Good evening, everyone. At this time, I'll call to order the regularly scheduled board meeting for the Village of Midlothian, Wednesday, December 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Roll call, please, Clerk Mosko.
Trustee Burbett?
Here.
Trustee Crowley?
Here.
Trustee Hilly? Trustee Jed?
Here.
Trustee Johnson?
Here.
Trustee Killily? Mayor LaRue?
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we move on to tonight's meeting, we have the pleasure of swearing in Michael Golden as Midlothian Fire Department engineer. Michael, hopefully you're here. Oh, yeah, come on.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Michael Golden,
Having been appointed
having been appointed
to the position of engineer
to the position of engineer
of the fire department
of the fire department
in the Village of
in
Midlothian
the village of Midlothian
in the County of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
aforesaid do solemnly swear
I foresaid do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the ordinances of the Village of Midlothian,
and the ordinances of the village of Midlothian,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position of engineer
of the position of engineer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations, sir.
Before you leave, I believe, what?
This one, when you're finished.
Oh, my,
I don't have
my
that.
daughter and my son.
Do you have the badge? Oh. Oh. I believe Chief Reed has something to read.
Just real quick, good evening, everyone. Today we gather to recognize and celebrate one of our own as he takes a well-earned step forward. Michael Golden, you were pinned with a badge of engineer, a rank that carries new responsibility, new authority, and the trust of every person who rides behind you on that apparatus. For more than 5 years, Mike has shown up every shift with the same quiet professionalism he learned in the military. Respectful, honest, and steady under pressure. He's the guy who always is in a good mood, even at 3 a.m. on the third call of the night. Truth be told, he makes me feel like a comedian because it doesn't take much to get him to laugh. But what truly sets Mike apart is deeper than that ready smile. It's his work ethic, his kindness, and the rare common sense approach that cuts through the noise and gets the job done. He leads by doing, he teaches without preaching, and he treats every patient, every probie, and every officer with the same level of respect. Mike, we're proud of you, we're grateful for you, and today we're excited for you. This promotion to engineer isn't the finish line. It's the first rung on a ladder we all know you're built to climb. Proud of you, buddy.
Okay. Congratulations, Engineer Gordon. So as I always say after one of these swearing-ins, you're not obligated to stay. You're welcome to stay, but if you'd like to leave. Okay. All right, at this time, we will move on to public comment. I will open the floor to public comment. Is there any public comment?
Hello? I'm going to try to take this out. I'm going to try to say what I need to say in as few words as possible. I live here in Midlothian, and I take the metro every single day up to the city for school. And right now, I do not own a car, and it is not possible for me to own a car right now, so I've typically relied on riding my bike down 147th Street to the metro station every single day. Now, with the recent snow, it has been impossible to ride a bike, especially on the portions near like Kenton, where the sidewalk is directly up to the road. The snow and ice just packs up and is so rough, it's hard to even walk on it, let alone ride a bike. And then even past that, when the sidewalk is off from the easement, it's just a sheet of ice on those sidewalks. And I've slid a few times. I haven't fallen yet, thank God, but I've slid a few times. And so what I think about with the snow, it just sits there. The library, they always clear their sidewalk, but everything else just sits there. What I think about is if I can't ride a bike on the sidewalk, how is someone going to ride a wheelchair on the sidewalk? How is someone going to use a walking stick, a cane, a walker? And then where there is ice, like I said, I haven't fallen yet, but if I fell, my body is young. My body can take a fall. There are people whose body cannot take falls. I knew someone personally who fell on ice and for the last 4 years of her life never walked again without a walker or a cane. And so I printed out the ordinance here under Title IX of the Village Code regarding snow removal on sidewalks. And it reads that the property owner or the tenant of the property is legally obligated to clear the sidewalks within, 3 hours since the snow has fallen or accumulated, if it's in the day, and on a Sunday or at night the following morning. And today the snow and ice is gone because it was warmer out, but for a week and a half the snow never moved. And even worse, the plows seem to love pushing all the snow into big mounds at the end of every sidewalk on driveways. So I'd have to go in the street and walk around those. Basically what I'm asking, to sum this all up, is A, what are the penalties for a property owner or tenant who does not clear their sidewalk? And B, how can the village make sure that this ordinance is enforced, because they have not been?
We have to look into the exact ordinance and what the penalties are, but I know for a fact that our Public Works Department does get out there as soon as they're humanly possible with the Bobcat to clear the sidewalks on 147. We hear you, we understand you. Mm-hmm. Our goal is to make Midlothian a better place to bike and walk, safer. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Our other issue that we have in Midlothian, I think you probably know, and you probably know that 147 is a state road. We have no control over how they plow or don't plow. Mm-hmm. Same with Pulaski, the county road, same with the county. So I don't know, we'll have to look through the ordinance. And Superintendent Swanson, I've seen you guys out there clearing. I know it took a little bit, but you guys were trying to get the streets cleared first. So any input to sidewalks on 147?
Yeah, we're slowly clearing them all away. We try to do the heavily trafficked areas first and then work out from there.
Mm-hmm.
We did clear by Kenton.
Mm-hmm. So. And then, is there anything extra that can be done to ensure that property owners are clearing their sidewalk, or is that again something you have to just look into to see what it exactly says?
From the building department standpoint, we have our code enforcement property maintenance officer get in touch with you.
Okay.
Just bring them up to date on our ordinance and see that they take care of that in the future.
All right. Thank you.
appreciate you coming up and talking to us. Today's world, I would actually like to have our legal team look into the legalities of forcing people to. I know there's been lawsuits of slip and falls after they've been cleared. So it's a good point you brought up, that we can hopefully do something all together to make this better for everyone. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? David? No? Okay. All right, then I'll close the floor to public comment and move on to tonight's consent agenda. Number 1, approval of ordinance number 2180, an ordinance providing for the levying and assessment of the taxes for fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2025 and ending April 30th, 2026. Number 2, approval of ordinance 2181, an ordinance amending Title 4, Chapters 23 and 24 of the Municipal Code of Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois. Number 3, approval to enter a professional service agreement with ERA Property Registry LLC for the property registration services for the village's foreclosure and vacant property registration. Number 4, approval of the resolution 251210A, a resolution of the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, authorizing reimbursement of redevelopment project costs for 14440 Pulaski, otherwise known as Midlothian Plaza. Number 5, approval of resolution number 251210B, a resolution of the Village of Midlothian, Cook County, Illinois, authorizing reimbursement of redevelopment project costs for 4042 147th Street, which for mixed use. Number 6, approval to waive the property lien in the amount of $1,387.89 for the 14730 Costner Avenue. Number 7, approval of Chief Rita to roll over 1 week of vacation by his anniversary date. Number 8, approval of the Building Department monthly report, October 2025 monthly report. Number 9, approval of the November 12th, 2025 board meeting minutes. Number 10, approval of the November 19th, 2025 committee meeting minutes. Number 11, approval of the November 19th, 2025 closed session meeting minutes. Number 12, approval of the November 26th, 2025 board meeting minutes. And number 13, approval of the list of bills. Is there any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda? Hearing no dissension, I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda as read.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moss.
Trustee Crawley.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Burbett.
Aye.
Trustee Judd.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to trustee business, trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, I just wanted to remind the board that we do have 5 Wednesdays this month. So please be aware that invoices received after today will not be paid until January. Yvonne sent all the department heads an email on December 2nd outlining the dates of when invoices are due, when they'll be approved, when they'll be processed. So just wanted to make everybody aware with the holidays and the 5th Wednesday, things needed to be in by today if you're looking for payment before the first of the year. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Burbank. Thank you, sir. Trustee Jay.
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Crow.
Just a couple of things tonight. First, I put on the agenda, I gave everybody the information regarding the position that will be available for the police department. I wanted to make sure everybody saw the job descriptions and the salary. There is no additional impact to the budget, but I just wanted to make everybody aware of that. Next on my agenda, I have the discussion regarding the new camera in the police department that we need to add. The total cost is not to exceed $3,190. And that's for the software, the licensing, and the equipment. I was wondering if anybody had any questions?
No.
Okay, if not, I will put that on my agenda for approval for next week. And that's all I have to say, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to department head, Chief Rita.
I just have one thing, Mayor. Extension of what we had talked about a couple of weeks ago with the Zoll leasing program. I did want to let the board know that the prices do go up starting January 2026. If it's something that you would like for me to work on with Trustee Hilly for the 17th meeting approval, I can do that. I also have small presentation if you guys were willing to hear it on that date as well. And also the Zoll representative could be available for any questions too. We went over this plan. A lot of departments around us are using this leasing program because of the price of the cardiac EKGs are going through the roof.
I guess the main questions are these, do we need this equipment?
Yeah, we have aging EKG equipment at, 13 years old. So we would probably need to replace 3 of them in the next 2 years, being a total of, if we were just buy them outright, $200,000. This leasing program allows you to pay $40,000 annually for 10 years. It also comes with a maintenance program. So I think it's a really good deal that also other suburban fire departments have taken advantage of. And it's easier to kind of budget for these. If something does happen, you don't have to replace a $70,000 unit all at once.
So you believe this is the way to go?
I think this is the way to go.
Based on your research and...
Yep. And talking to other fire chiefs in the area, yeah.
And since you'll be doing the budgets for the fire department, I think... You're staring at me like I'm lying. I would think if you could just send the packet to each board member, email it, and then we'll be ready to vote next week.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
I just have a question. So for the
Sure.
10-year lease, what's the percentage, the interest rate?
10-year lease, there's no percentage of interest. It's just
Okay.
$40,535 annually, and then broken down in 12 months.
Okay.
And Chief, is that already currently budgeted for, or would you be starting this in the next fiscal year?
It would have to, yeah, it's not currently budgeted.
Okay. Yeah. Sir?
Thank you.
Chief Delaney?
Yes, sir. Just one thing. I'd like to recognize the owner of RV's Towing, Rob Lyons, for his act of kindness earlier this week. The officers were out with a mom and her 3 children in the inclement weather. The kids were definitely underdressed for the weather at the time. She was trying to make it home to some family in Chicago. We gave her a ride to the metro station, and the owner of RVs was kind enough to give her enough cash to not only get herself and the children down there, but then some. So I'd like to thank him for his act of kindness, and the woman certainly appreciated it.
Very nice.
That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Superintendent Surf.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Superintendent Swanson.
Nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Plato.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to give the board an update. The contractor who's doing the demolition at 3831 147th Street, we were on his schedule for him to be out the week of December 22nd to start work. And that project should only be 4 or 5 working days, so hopefully within those next 2 weeks, before and after Christmas. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. What did you say, Trustee Crowley? Christmas miracle?
Christmas miracle.
Thank you, sir. Director Redmond.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Attorney Costello.
No report.
Thank you, sir. Following up with what Trustee Johnson said, there will be no board meeting in 2 weeks on December 24th. So any trustee have anything pertinent for December, please try to get it on the agenda for next week's committee meeting. We do have the option, if something comes up, an emergency, we could do a special meeting, but we would need to make sure that Clerk Moskal is made aware of that in a timely fashion so that it can be posted an agenda. That's all I have. Clerk Moskal.
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then seeing there's no further business coming before the board, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned.